Hi Duncan, day 3 is done. So it was an exciting day, right?
Yeah, it was some good action today, as there has been every day, but day 3 we ran 9 heats, so not so much competition done, but I think the standard of the conditions was good for the day. The heat number 1 was, turned on really good conditions, so I was pretty pleased with that. Maybe even the heat was slightly too long at 14 minutes. I kept the heat 14 minutes all day, so a nice long time for them to, do all their stunts and catch some good waves in between the flat spells. The results today, obviously, we finished the single elimination for the ladies, and it's nice to see a change in the result finally for the twins. Ibaya won that one with her last wave. She did a wave 360. It was a little bit messy, but she came out of that one, initiated another turn, and the judges liked that, so that scored a good score, 8.5 I think from some judges, putting her first place here in Pozo 2012. In the men we saw some epic semi-final there with Philip Costa and Victor Fernandez really showing us like the top form in their game. I think probably some of the best sailing I've ever seen here in Pozo. They're scoring 9.5s on the waves and perfect scores in the jumping. No push loop forward there in the semi-final. I think the ramps weren't quite steep enough, but we're really expecting a superb final for tomorrow. I've canned it for today just because the conditions weren't quite enough to show, I think, what they can really do. We'll come back tomorrow, and hopefully on the pushing tide we're going to see a real epic final and then go through into the double elimination. So 3 days to go. It's looking good, and hopefully we can get a really nice result in the double.
You said it was an epic semi-final.
I think, yeah, that's right.
Could you describe it a little bit? What was the epic part of this semi-final?
Yeah, sorry, because I think for me it was so epic because Victor Fernandez looks super polished. I mean, another heat maybe we should talk about is the Marcelo Brown against Fernandez in the quarter-final. Super tight heat. In fact, they both scored the same points and had to be split on the highest wave scores from Fernandez there. So I think Marcelo Brown, very, unlucky, you could say unlucky, but he landed that push forward a little bit wet, just a little bit, and lost, probably a vital half a point because of that. But that was very, very tight, and I think we could see Marcelo come back and challenge the top 2 in the double. So good luck to him. He's really ripping out here this year. One to watch for sure. But yeah, for me, the semi-final, Victor was so smooth. He was landing goiters that he did one-handed goiter, not only landing the goiters, but going straight into another front-side turn or another 360. I mean, just looks so polished, and I think Philip's probably a little bit nervous, if he watches any of the replays of how Victor's sailing. I would say it's 50-50 with those two. I think maybe if Philip gets the ramp to land a push forward, it could give him the edge, but Victor's looking so good, so it'll be a great final.
So Duncan, thanks a lot for your pro comments today on day 3 here at Pozo, and let's keep the fingers crossed for good action tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to see it.
See you at 9:30.
Okay, see you then, Chris.